It is a great day here in Dallas, Texas. And we have a special broadcast today that's been advertised since a couple of days. And here we are today. Um, you are all welcome to the special broadcast today, the 9th of March 2024, on the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show. We have an interesting topic today. It is an issue that concerns all of us, particularly Black people of Africa descent. I want you all, viewers and listeners at home, all over the world, to sit back and enjoy the show and make your contribution on the comment section. Okay? You can also give us a call on WhatsApp when the phone line is opened. All right. With that being said, the topic is the returning of the Livingporas. Don't worry about that. You understand in a minute when we get started. Okay. Um, I'm gonna introduce to you the members that are here to discuss today in just a minute. Let me go ahead and play the intro music for y'all. Give me 1 second, okay? All righty.
Here comes a brand new thing in the spirit of the king. As I say, no one bird can fly with one wing. Neither can a plane manage with one engine. The oppressed and the dispossessed can't get no rest. What next? Take a trip from Lagos to Nigeria. I say take a tour from a dozen and see your mama in heaven. Mad out.
Over the years, my poor people are living in fear. The government don't just care. They're drinking rum, wine and beer. Over the years, my poor people are living in fear. The government don't just care. They are drinking rum, wine and beer. Country we love, 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 country we love.
Nigeria's a country we love,
country we love.
In 1960, the first plenty. The people got the freedom from the British. In 1963, a pure liberty. The people got the right and the ability to choose their leader, their only leader. Zik Abubakar or Awolowo. In 1965, as the people describe, the military regime of Iransi take over. In 1966, appear this seat. The military regime of God won't switch over. The switching will go down well with some of these soldiers. In 1967, appear disorder. The war started with Ojukwu and few soldiers. The war lasted until 1970.
Over the years, my poor people are living in fears. The government.
All right. Here we go.
Hey, what's up? This is Monday Midnight here, and I'm gonna be joining Joe Brown Idele-Ero on the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas.
I'm going to bring to you the very first person on my list as those to discuss this very, very important topic today. I got a special Rastafari. Elder Rasta Jubilee Hall is a repatriate Rasta from who found a home in Zimbabwe for decades. He is a Jamaican by birth and a British by nationality. Elder Ras Jabulani, I'm sorry, I got to use that name. Elder Ras Jabulani Hall was in Nigeria in November last year as one of the keynote speakers during a 1-week-long Nigeria Rastafari Conference Trade Expo, the Target NRC 2023, which was held in Badagry at the Ras Jubilee Hall. It looks like his device is not connected. What's going on here? Let's see. Elder Ras, can you hear me? Just go ahead and unmute yourself for your microphone so we can hear you, and then get on the show. In the meantime, I've got the number two discussant today, and he is Rasta Mike Pam, also from, he could be addressed as Honorable Mike Pam. Honorable Mike Pam is the chairman, Nigerian Rastafari Community, NRC. He is based in Lagos, Nigeria. Mike Pam, you are welcome to the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show.
Blessed love, King Joe Brown. Good to be here with you, Rastafari.
Yeah, Rastafari. Thank you so much, sir. And I have
Nice.
my own legend, Ras, reggae legend superstar, a Black Rice, a renowned reggae artist and producer, an activist. He is a strong, active member of the Nigeria Rastafari Community, NRC. He is based in the Netherlands, in Europe. Ras Black, you are welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, my brethren. One
Thank you
love
so
and
much.
togetherness.
Great. We are expecting the Ras Jubilani Hall.
Jabulani.
I'm sorry, I keep getting it wrong. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Anyway, so in the meantime, I think he has an issue with his microphone and his device, but we're gonna keep this show started right here. Oh, I guess he's on the phone right now. Give me a second. Let me take this call. All right. Hello, Ella. Okay. So it looks like, have you tried to troubleshoot it and see if it will work for you? I couldn't do it here. I wish I could. I tried to do that right here, but I'm not. Let me see. No, it's not letting me do that. I don't know why. Okay. Well, give me a minute. I'll work on it a little bit here. But try. What you can do is turn off your device and turn it back on, and see if that will work for you. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So that was Eda Ras.
Jabulani.
Jubilani Hall. Jubilani Hall. Okay, forgive me, Rastas. Yes, as we are waiting for him to get his device working, the topic for today is the returning of Livingporas. I haven't heard about this before, but I'm sure most of the audience haven't either. What is Livingporas? Rice, Black rice. Can you please give us the definition or the meaning of Livingporas?
Yeah, thank you very much for letting me be myself. I'll be on your show. Joe Brown, Idele-Ero, you're great.
Thank you, sir.
Livingporas are what the Babylonians call diasporas. You see, the diaspora is an old word, colonial word, that have been putting us down for a very long time. Now we are trying to relearn all those things they have taught us at school. You know, we are now awoken, and we just try to devise our own ways, open our own path, create a path for ourselves to let them understand us. The Livingporas are those of us outside our continent, especially those grandchildren of the slaves that were taken by force away out of Africa continent to the Western world. They are returning. So we are asking, we're taking their name differently, not the way the Babylonians taught us, but the way we want to relate with them, the way we want to let them know that we love them still, and they are alive, they are living. So we decided to call them the Livingporas.
Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. Well, I think Rasta Pam just kind of hesitant. Maybe he's also having issue with his device. I don't know. I guess he will work on it. But right now, it is just you and I until we get them back into the studios. So in the meantime, I'm going to have to respond to that. See, again, like I said, that was a kind of strange word to me. And like I said, most of our audience probably don't even know. I'm glad that you have given some clarity to it right now. That Babylonia has called everybody that was taken away to, you know, to overseas, Europe, America, and all that during the slave trade. They call them diaspora. If I get you right.
That's right.
If that's what it is, and now it's about time for people to be returning home, you know, finding their root. And then simply you tag it as the living spora, those living poras, those people who are now finding their root back home to Africa. They are still over there. Many are still over there. Some have started relocating to Africa, finding their root. I guess so. We're going to talk about all that today. So that is simply the meaning of living poor. Those that are living right now. For others who are dead, in the diaspora, they lived there and they died over there. But now the ones that are alive, those that are alive is what we now call living poor. Is that correct, Rastafari?
Yes, the Livingporas are the ones living now willing to return to their motherland. Those are the Livingporas. It's the same pronunciation if you want to just Livingporas instead of diasporas.
Okay.
Livingporas. Yes, Rastafari.
Yeah, that's how it is. So, living poras and diasporas. I guess the audience are listening. Y'all got that clear right now, living poras and diasporas. Okay. Um, Again, I'm going to ask you a question. Why do you think it is necessary for the living poras to start returning home?
Yeah, it is high time we start to know that Babylonians don't mean anything good for us in Africa. Nothing that they have ever introduced to us in Africa is beneficial to us. Everything they introduce to us is something that will bring us down and keep us in perpetual subjugation. So the Livingporas, it's not all of them who wants to come back too. We are not even interested in although everybody coming back, but the willing ones, the ones that are willing and ready to retrace their root, their step back to their roots. Those are the ones we are trying to welcome back home. Because like Marcus Garvey said, he said, we cannot take everybody back home because if they're stupid overseas there, they're going to be stupid and useless at home when they bring them back to Africa. So we're not actually interested in bringing everybody back, but the willing ones, those who are willing to come back to motherland Africa, those are the people we are willing to, open openly welcome back, with open arms.
All right, that's good. I appreciate that. So only those who are willing to come back that we actually open our hands to receive, right? Back
That's right.
home. Oh, that's a good thing. But the thing is, many of them, like you said, uh, according to you just said Marcus Garvey or something.
Marcus Garvey, yes.
Marcus Garvey said it that if they're stupid, they're gonna be stupid anyway.
Yes.
So they're gonna remain over there. But there is no place like home. Finding your route back home is gonna be something great that you and your children, your great grandchildren, will continue to enjoy. And they'll know the history behind you living your route to the diaspora. And now finding your route back home is something that we should cherish. And this message should get to a lot of our people in the diaspora at the moment that the living explorers are now finding their route back to Africa. Mr. Black Rice,
Yes, sir.
again, we are still waiting for the two Rastafari. They have an issue with their devices for a minute, but you and I will remain in this show until we get them back into the studios. All right, all right. Why? In the first place, let me ask you this: in back in Africa, so back in Africa, how would they be able to trace their route? Because we Africa continent is big. Okay, how would they not be able to trace their route back home, especially when they have lived their lives, long ago, that it would be hard for them to identify with those at home. And the first place to identify with the nations in Africa, how would they be able to do that? Do you have anything in place? Is there any organization that is working on that, on how to repatriate them back home?
Yes, my brethren, it's just these artificial boundaries that is causing the whole issues, like giving us the problem of nationality and statism and all them isms and schisms. When they come to Africa, anywhere they choose to go to is their homeland. Africa, we want a boundaryless, borderless nation. Africa was one. People that were taken away from Africa were taken away from every part of Africa. There are some places like Gambia, Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, and some other places. That was where the people were actually taken away from. Anybody coming now, either they go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, go to Senegal, Gambia, other areas, they are ready. We have organization, the Rastafari organization is all over the continent. The main continental council, which is called the Rastafari Continental Council, is all over the nations of Africa, the whole of Africa. That's why it's called Rastafari Continental Council. So anywhere in Africa they want to go to, any country they want to go to, there are people on the ground there. The council is ready to welcome them in. We're already working with the state government to make land available for the returnees. So those are things we are doing on the ground before they hit the ground.
Okay, thank you. I got you. So basically, your organization, the Rastafari organization in Africa, are now working with different nations in Africa on how to accommodate these people that are now on their way back home. Is that correct?
That's right.
And I'm going to ask you this now. What is the responses that you're getting so far?
So far, so good. The Nigerian government, we are just trying to get into them now, slowly but surely. It's been difficult to break into the Nigeria system. I don't want to say shit system here now, but that's what it is. Ghana has openly President loved, those brethren coming back. Ghana has given a lot of citizenship to a lot of them. Lady Rita Miley is one good example. A lot of the brethren of Jamaica from America, they got it as citizenship in Ghana already. But we try to get the Nigerian government to follow suit. And other nations, Gambia, I think, Gambia and Senegal, they're doing similar things, you know. But here in Nigeria, we're trying to get our government, round our government to get into it. And we're happy to announce to you that we are getting our leeway now through the Lagos state government. Because we started from, like you rightly said, from Badagry. We had a 1-week conference in Badagry, which gave the Badagry citizens and people there a really good hope that, yes, they are trying to rewrite their wrong. It was wrong what they did. It wasn't their fault, though. Yeah, but then they still carried a part of the blame. That's why we are talking about reparation, homeland reparation, and stuff like that to them, too. If we're asking for the slave drivers or slave dealers to pay reparation, we should be asking their collaborators in Africa to pay it same.
All right. Okay. So if that's what it is, you just talk something that is very very important right there. Talking about the reparation, and when you talk about reparation, that means someone supposed to be entitled to like kind of compensation. Let me put it down with simplify the language, right?
That's right.
So who will do that?
Yes, the collaborators with the slave drivers, which are they are the kings, the chiefs, and the present day government. Because the slave drivers and slave dealers, when leaving the continent, put stooges that is representing them too. That's a form of government. So the government of every nation in Africa, they are going to pay reparation as providing land as a kind of inheritance for all those that are willing to come back. Because, like you rightly know, our forefathers left some inheritance for us. But these willing brothers coming back now, their parents that were taken away cannot leave any inheritance here. So those collaborators, which are in control of the land, should make land available so that we can allot land for the brethren. Emperor Haile Selassie has given us the example. He gave a big portion of land in Ethiopia called Shashamane. So that place is where the returnees are based now in Ethiopia. So we need similar thing. Ghana did same thing now. Nigeria, we are asking Nigeria to follow suit. So when they come, they know, yes, we have a place for them. They are not coming broke. They are not coming begging. No. They are coming with their tools. They are coming with their knowledge. They are coming with all their know-how to build a place for themselves. But all we need to do is to get a place ready for them and get the ground, a level playing ground, a field for them to come into.
We'll try it again, okay?
So that is why we are still doing what we are doing at the moment.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right, sir. I just heard what you said, and I guess the audience, they are listening to us, and they are hearing all this that we talk about. You mentioned that Ethiopia have also they have started allocating land for them so that can accommodate those that are returning home. You call that Shashamane in Ethiopia.
That's right.
And that also Ghana has equally started the same thing. and now we are working on Nigeria. You just talk about your organization has contacted the Lagos State government
Right.
on this issue and how they can also work hard to ensure that these people they're having a soft landing whenever they come.
Right.
By giving them by allocating land or kind of housing, for them to make it easy for their transition back into Africa. That's commendable right there, and I want to use this opportunity to commend the Rastafari organization. You guys are doing well. Yeah, you equally mentioned that there was Expo, Rastafari Expo in
Right.
Nigeria, Badagry, Nigeria. That was
It's
last
about
year.
last year.
That was last year.
Right.
So, can you talk about the significance of that expo and let our audience understand that?
Yeah, that expo was bringing together all the mansion of Rastafarianity in the country. Like we have different mansion, the 12 tribes, the Naya Bingi, and Bobo Shanti. These are different, like, like all these churches, they have different names and different organizations, but one Jah, everybody's professing. So we brought all together in Badagry under the umbrella of the Rastafari Continental Council. It's one Rasta, one continent, one council. But we have different mansions. We have the 12 tribes, we have the Bobo Shanti, and we have the Nyabingi. So when we went there, we not just went there for talk shows. No, there was also a trade fair. So everyone that can do arts and craft brought their crafts, and those who have other things to showcase did that. And it was a big show in Badagry for a week. Badagry haven't seen such a thing before. We took our visitors. A lot of people came from the Barbados, Jamaica, United States. We went to the gate of return. We renamed it the gate of return because Babylon say it was the gate of no return. Surprisingly, the children of those who went through the route went there and came back again through the route. We went there, took the same route and see how our forefathers were taken away those days, and we came back through the same route back to Badagry. So that gate is not any gate of no return anymore, but a gate of return. So it was a successful show. That was where the government saw our activities, and they invited us, actually, the Lagos State government, under tourism and other organizational name. They invited us, and we spoke with the people, and they are interested in collaborating with us, in this repatriation drive.
Oh, thank you so much for throwing light on that. You see, so listeners at home, you guys are into something new. Now, he just explained that the purpose of the expo that they had, that's the Rastafari organization, particularly that of Nigeria, which hosted the show last year. The purpose of it was to see how the route that uh, diasporas, let me put it that way, or those who were taken away as slaves back in the days, hundreds of years ago. So, and then they went into Badagry, looked into how they were taken away historically, and then now they see coming back to the same route. If that is what you guys are listening to, I'm getting the understanding now. Now, that expo was very, very successful because they have a collaboration with the Lagos State government, and now the Lagos State government saw the need that, yeah, this is very, very important. And they are working with the Rastafaris to ensure that whoever is willing to come back home, we have a soft landing. They will have a soft landing. And I'm very sure negotiation continue with other African nations or even other states, particularly in Nigeria. We just talk about Lagos State, and it's going to spread all the way to the other states in Nigeria. And I'm sure the federal government also will give it an approval, for people who are willing to come, that they have a place. They have a place to come back. Since they have a place, they left. They will also have a place to come back into.
That's right.
Yes, sir. So now I'm gonna ask you to uh, talk about in that expo that you guys had last year, right?
Right.
Was there any show like display of artists? I mean, people. A lot of reggae artists must be there. I understand. Can you tell us those who performed in that expo?
Yes, it was a kind of it was we had the paper where people who deliver their paper, their speeches. There was a lot of people like Jabulani was there, performed and spoke about the need for returnees, the Livingporas to come back to any part of Africa they wish to be. Jabulani performed. I was there too. Ras Mike Palm performed. Uh, Francis Goldman performed. We had a lot of artists there. Although not big names like the big name, but after this, the next one, we hope to involve a lot of people, a lot of artists from Jamaica. That's why the government really was interested when they saw what we were doing. It's just the last day. We're not. It's not a musical show. It wasn't a musical show, but the last day was a kind of the the big deal, which involved musical performances.
Okay, okay. Now I got you. Okay, so the expo basically, like you said, wasn't a musical show, but at the end of it, you guys have opportunity to entertain those who were present.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, that's good. And then it was also opportunity for people who has written books, regarding the slave trade, the movement of people from Africa to Europe and America, and then they'll have opportunity to display on the exposition of their books, right? So for especially to enlighten those who don't know, especially the young ones who have no idea of what happened back in the days, and now they have the opportunity to know through this expo that you guys had, okay? And I'm glad that the government is collaborating with you people. Once again, I'm going to ask this from you because our brothers were unable to get back in because of their devices or something. I'm going to ask you this. This Rastafari organization that is going on now, how long has it been since you guys started this movement?
It's an old house. Like I said before, this new house is the Rastafari Continental Council. We had the Rainbow Organization of the Rastafarians of Nigeria Nation. That one was as old as myself because we were the forerunners of those days, alongside with Majefa Sheikh, Raskimono. We launched that in 1985 at the Bobby Benson Hotel along Ikorodu Road. Like I want to mention quickly, we are not just basing everything in Lagos State. We have to take it to Benin City because we are expecting some living sporas coming from the Caribbeans the next 2 months, around May, yes, to be exact. It's a pity that my guys are not linking up yet. They got more information about those people. But what I can say here now is we're expecting some Livingporas that we want to take to Benin City. Benin City played a lot of serious role in this slave trade business. It was our business because the Oba of Benin ruled all the way to Ghana. Trust me. I'm not here to defend nobody. I'm not here to incriminate anybody. The history books are there. Although the people who wrote it, they are still the people who enslaved us. What I'm trying to say is we know oral history from our forefathers too, that we played a little part, if not a greater part in those slave trade. So we are going to take those Livingporas in May to the King of Benin, the Oba of Benin, to present them and give them, baptize them with new names, give them place to stay, and promise to give them a piece of land where the returnees can go to and create a returnee camp or village, or because in Benin we always have quarters, Ogbe quarters, Iyaro quarters, Urubi. Yeah, we have quarters, only have quarters. So that's the Livingporas quarters. So we have to get those things right. And the Omonamba, we are going to ask the Royal Highness Omonamba Benin, Kwakpolo, Oginigan the first, to create that kind of quota for all the returnees that are willing to come back. That is what we're going to see him for in May.
Okay. So, very good. Coming to Benin, because we know we always say that Benin City, Edo, is the center of the world, and civilization actually begins from there. When you talk about the Edo, it is very, very significant when it comes to issues like this. I know what you're talking about when you say that we have Obe Quarter, we have Silu Quarter, we have Ole Quarters, and all that in Benin City. So you guys have make your communication open to the Benin Kingdom, headed by our revered king, about Elwar the second the Ogiligan. So we're happy to hear that because we cannot be left out. Actually, I'm a Benin man, you know that, and you are a Benin man as well.
True.
So if you say that that is going to happen in May this
May.
year, right? We
Right.
have a couple of months to go anyway. So that's coming up in May. And what have you? I know it involves the Rastafari. You guys are championing this course right now.
Right.
So in collaboration with the government, and I'm very sure coming to Edo, coming to Benin, you must have made this arrangement as well with the government. You must have contacted and communicated with the government that this is what you are doing. So basically, as long as it involves Edo State and our Oba has been communicated about it, so as I believe that the government is aware, so that all this, like what happened in Badagry, will also take place in Benin City. Now, let me ask you this: are you still working on it, or you finalized the what is going to happen? All the modalities have been put in place, coming in May, in a couple of months.
Yeah, protocol as it is in Africa. When Babylon left Africa, they left a lot of protocol to follow before you can get through to things. That is why we are really slow in development in Africa today. Yeah, we are working towards that. We've not been able to reach the king yet, but all communication are out there going to him. I don't know if he has gotten it yet. The Benin Edo State government too. We have letters drawn out and sent about. Raspam will have never to talk on that much more because I'm not on the ground there right now, but I know I'm following events. Yeah, we'll see the king, and I hope I will be there too. I don't know yet, but it depends on if there's any bottleneck. Then I have to be there on the ground.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I was going to say something about that concerning Rastafari, Pam, who has unfortunately by some circumstances exited the program. I'm sure he's listening on the background. Maybe he'll be able to throw some light on this issue. I want to open my phone line right now, the WhatsApp line, and also the message box is open. If you have any contribution, I'm talking about the audience right now back home, and I'm addressing this as well to Rastafari, Pam. If you're still listening to us, if you're still with us, please, either you send us a message or give us a call on WhatsApp. Because the WhatsApp line is open right now. That's what is showing on your screen. For anyone that has anything to say, that has to contribute to this topic, the returning of Livingporas, please give us a call on the WhatsApp number. If you are calling from the US, Canada, you probably do not have to add a one plus one to it. It is plus one when you are calling from outside of the US and Canada. So the number is plus 1-214 229 7475. Again, the number is plus 1-214 229 7475. The lines are open. Give us a call or go ahead and write us a message. We'll put it on the screen for y'all, and then Rastafari Black Rice will be able to throw light on it, whatever question that you have or your contribution. And I'm expecting Rastafari Pam to also either you calling or you're going to send a message and give us insight of what is coming ahead. Like Rastafari Black Rice just said, that in May, you guys are approaching Benin City, Benin City, that we're going to have another expo right over there in Benin City. Mr. Pam, are you there? Please, we are expecting your message or your comment. Let me see if we have anyone there yet. I don't think there's any message yet. We are also expecting a call from anybody. The lines are open now for anybody to call in so that we can answer your questions. In the meantime, I want to play some music. I'm sure Facebook and YouTube, they want to let them know that I have permission to play all these pieces that I'm playing, particularly that of the great reggae king here that is on the screen, Rastafari Black Rice. I like his music, and I'm going to play the music right now for you while we are waiting for response from Rastafari Pam, Mike Pam. So if that is not for me yet, just sit back and relax. I'm going to give you some music.
Kada bukbe, mise bukbe, kada. Ezo
mate sorubi ve pe ni pe bayo kele wagi popo okele na kape olurubi gifia pe ezomo na gbodan urubi na we pe ni pe muzebu na kape Bijeke wagi pe fone egwana doneji Waya pelele pepe yo waya segbe kere gari ekuti gbe ni wo so luru iwe kere gari ekuti gbe ni wo so luru Ezo mama te sorubi very Bayogele wagi popo ogele na kafe Olurubi gikiafe ezomo na gboda Urubi na wepe ni pe nuzebu na kafe Bijeke wagi pe fone egwa na doneji Wevel waya pelele pepe yo waya segbe Kere gari ekuti gbe ni woso lurubi Iwe kere gari ekuti gbe ni woso lurubi
All right, I'm gonna pause that music right there. You know, that's I can continue on and on and on. You know, it's so interesting. You know, I play it when I'm, you know, in my quiet time myself because that has to do with my own family as well. You know, I'm a Ro. So when you talk about a Ro in Benin,
That's right.
so yeah, you know, I take interest in it. So, Rastafari, you I was, you know, on the backstage. I was talking, chatting with Rastafari, Mike Pam,
Yeah.
about why he's unable to get back into the show, but it looks like his device is still having an issue. But then again, we can revisit this program again because we have started. This is the very beginning of it that we should let the people know of what is going on. People don't, they probably don't know, what's going on between or what they mean by the Livingporas. They don't know about that. So now this is an opportunity for people at home, listeners all over the world, to know the meaning of the Livingporas. But there are questions that people will want to ask now, especially those. I am in America. I'm in the United States, and you are over there in Europe. There are some people who feel like they are lost. I think they are going to be excited about this program, but they will have questions to ask. And on their behalf, I want to ask you this:
Okay.
do you guys have an open board for registration, probably online? Is there a website or something? Is there a website or a number to call for registration? You know, in talking about the transitional movement back home.
Yes, that is why I wanted Mike Palm to be a part of this discussion because he's the chairman of the Rasta Continental Council Nigeria chapter. And we have a place where you have to register, but we don't have. I don't think we have a online registration center yet. But they will look into that now and make sure that is one of the new things that we are using, one of the tools that we must use now too. So I'm glad that you mentioned it, and I will pass it on to him, or probably is listening. So we have to open a online registration for the brethren, but we are doing it now through Rasta Continental Council Nigeria chapter.
Okay. Yes, I believe Rastafari, Mike Penn, the chairman of the Nigeria Rastafari community, unfortunately, we were not able to have him on the show today. It's just so unfortunate. I was looking forward to interacting with him and Elder Rasta Jabulani.
Yes.
Jabulani, Elder Rasta Jabulani. It's kind of regrettable that they were unable to make the show today. But for that reason, we are going to reschedule because
Okay.
I need them to give a detailed information about it. You have tried by talking about a little bit of it, and they have the details because they are on ground right now, so they know a lot about it. I'm not saying that you don't, but they are on ground. They know a lot about it, and then they have a lot to say about it as well. So basically, for that reason, I'm going to have to reschedule this program, this show, for
Okay.
another day. And I hope they are listening. If they're not, I will communicate this to you as well. We communicate it to them because we want to know a lot about it, especially people in the diaspora. This is a very, very good initiative. It's a very good initiative. A lot of people, even here in America, I've seen folks asking, how do we test our route back home? I think this is an opportunity. This an opportunity for those answer. I mean, those questions to be answered.
Right.
This your community, Rastafari community, Nigeria chapter, as well as other African countries that you guys are expanding, to be able to give throw light on these questions from people. A lot of people they feel like they're not comfortable. You know, it's not that they are unhappy, but they want to trace their route back to Africa. So these are questions. And we also talked to Rastaman Mike Pan, the chairman of the Rastafari Community Nigeria chapter, about it so that y'all can make it fast. Open up a website, so that people can be able to check it out and go ahead and complete their registration for the process of repatriation and reparation. A lot of questions there that people want to ask, and they are waiting for answers. I want to thank you so much, Rastama Black Rice,
Thank you.
uh, for always answering to the call from the Jobra Idele-Ero show. This was a great show. Like I said, we are going to revisit it again because those that we actually wanted to talk, they're not here. Have you been talking to Rastama in Nigeria? When was the last time, sir, you visited?
I came back in February actually. I was there all that year through the selection and all those erection, all the things. What I mean? Yeah, I just want to excuse my brethren. Pam just told me now that he couldn't join back. Maybe the network in Nigeria,
Yes,
those in Africa. That is why I said not everything they brought to us in Africa is to the benefit of the Africans. They just
right.
brought some things to bring us down, to humiliate us. So we try to do our own. Let's try as much as we can to do the African thing. You know, they have come to destroy our own kind of religion. Our religion is older than all the religion they brought now, the Christianity, the Muslim, all the goddamn shit they brought to us there. All to bring us down, man. You know, because
Rasta,
everything started in Africa, my brother.
that's
Everything
right.
started there in Africa.
Right. Civilization began in Africa. It began in Africa.
Spirituality, they turn it to religion. Now
Yeah.
they are bringing books to you to read. They are calling it reverse standard version, new edited version. Where is the original that they are copying from?
I think we have a comment right here from Patrick Osa Agbunkolo.
Okay.
He was talking about the music that we played in the background. He said it was pretty much inspiring. Thank you so much, Patrick, for that. Yeah, Patrick Agbunkolo, thank you for tuning in and listening to the program. We hope to see you back when we are back fully. When
Yes.
Rastafari, Mike Pine and Eda Rastafari,
Japan.
Jabulani, will also be fully here in the program so that you guys will enjoy and get everything that you need to hear about this program, the returning of Livingporas. Now, I was trying to ask you about Rastama Oris Wiliki. Have you been hearing from him? Is
Yeah,
he a
yeah,
member of
yes.
this
Oris,
organization?
yeah, it's a member of the organization. It's just that he's on the musical side. You know, reggae music is our weapon. We don't have no machine gun. We don't have no day gun. We're just using the music as a weapon. And he's the commander in dread of that aspect. You know, he's handling that the warrior. You know, we from warrior, we are warriors, man.
All right,
Anyway,
Rasta. So I'm going to be rounding up this show because not because of time reasons. We are making we're going to have to reserve a lot of questions to be answered in the next show.
okay,
Hopefully, by either I will get in touch with them. We can schedule it for midweek, like on Wednesday, or again we will repeat it same time next Saturday. Same time next Saturday. Time was not the problem right now. It was just equipment, that
yes,
disappointed. But it's okay. It's all good. We have started it. The initiative is good. Everybody is aware now that something like that is going on.
that's right.
Initiated by your organization, the Rastafari Community Organization, and I'm very sure that a lot of other organizations will key into it. They want to extend their own organization to join hands with y'all to enhance, the smooth transitioning of these living spoilers back into their route in Africa. I thank you so much. I want you to give us the last word, in today's program.
I just want to thank you and listeners at home and abroad that we are doing something new, something special for all our living explorers. We are all the living explorers. Those of us living overseas, whether you are in Nigeria living overseas or you are in Ghana living overseas or wherever you come from, but living overseas, it's time for you to repatriate and go fix that continent. Look at what is going on in Congo. Look at what's going on in Sudan. They are not just fighting themselves. It's Babylon that is creating the war to remove all our natural resources for peanuts. They will come back and say they are helping us. Look at France, taking all the wealth from the French-speaking countries. British, they come in with their Commonwealth stories to take all our wealth too. So my brother and my sister, just log on to this Joe Brown Idele-Ero show and listen more for how we all started, how we're going to get out of all this shit step. Rastafari. Say last year. Bless.
Selassie, Rasta. Yes, thank you so much. It's always interesting. Always, I'm happy and glad always to see you in the program because you are always telling the truth. Because this station right here is the station where you get the fact, the real fact, nothing but the
True.
fact.
True.
So again, we are here also for the welfare of our people. A lot of people, are suffering. They are living in penury. And this program right here, we bring it to you all the time. If you wish to join us, just give us a message on this WhatsApp number that is on your screen, or you can just give us a call. We'll be able to answer your questions and let you know how you can join us for any debatable program on this platform of the Jobran Idele-Ero Show. Yes, where we draw the curtain today. I want to thank once again Mr. Black Rice, the living legend, reggae superstar, and activist of our time. And I also want to give a shout out to our elder, Ras Jabulani Jabulani Hall. Like I told you at the beginning, the introduction is based in Zimbabwe, but he's Jamaica and British national. And then I also want to thank a whole lot, give a whole lot of thanks to our brother, our Rastafari, uh, Mike Penn. Mike Pam is based in Lagos. He's the chairman of this very uh, organization that initiated this movement of repatriation of and reparation of our living poorest. He's based in Lagos, Nigeria. Rastaman, if you're listening, we will put our heads together behind the scene and let us know when we'll be convenient so that we'll have you both or other people, other members of the organization that you may wish to come up and speak on this interesting topic of the returning of the living forest. Thank you so much, and we will see you again next time. It's going to be either midweek or Saturday, same time. The time never change. That's the time we will have so that everybody will go to join the program. God bless you. We'll see you then. I'll play you one more time. I'm going to bring you other music from our brother.
Wretched and full of jealousy. How did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind. To vent your poor selfish desire, that others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine on men's food, flowers as well as mine. That's with my brother, my Jeff Hashem.
I heard the voice. It's interesting. We're missing him.
Praise the Lord. Wretched and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind.
Yeah, thank you, Lord, man. God bless.
That others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine.
Well, if you
flowers as well as mine.
have your opportunity, it's recorded. It's going to be on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Lord.
All right. We have come to the end of the program. We'll see you again that Wednesday or Saturday. Bye bye.